It's already amazing. Can't wait to see it.
We're not making it to look at the clouds today. This has been the most surprising, enjoyable little adventure. So, this is our last full day in Michigan. Wow, look at this. Go on.
All right, so we made it to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. Definitely had to shed some layers. Got pretty warm going up all those stairs. But man, it is just beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking.
It was a little less mild than I expected, with all the stairs and the dog running up the stairs.
That was a lot of fun. Sugarloaf Mountain, definitely worth it.
Short, lots of stairs, lots of rocks for kind of climbing around on. Simple.
Yep.
Beautiful. You got the lake that looks like an ocean, and you've got the trees, the fall colors all around.
You have 360 views. Absolutely beautiful. Totally worth it. Yep. Cool. We're gonna head back to the campground.
It's moving day. We have been at Rippling River we were supposed to be here originally, oh man, my socks are gonna get wet. We were supposed to be here originally for 3 nights, and every time it was kind of coming up, we wanted to add more days. I'm reaching for my boots. So we ended up staying here 7 nights, and we have really loved it. It's been our favorite spot so far. We really loved Wilderness State Park as well, just for what it was, as a great place to camp with an amazing view, and it was simple. But what's really cool about Rippling River in particular is our little campsite here backs into this great wide view, and back there is the river. So we've walked that a couple times, and then if you go that way, there are more trails that go kind of up into the hills there that we've done. That was really nice. And then kind of down here is where we hung out with friends that we met here that were tent camping with Nicole and Robert. And Dublin like had a heyday chasing chipmunks around in that kind of brush over there. There's also a really great clubhouse that we went to a couple of times. They have pizza from a place called Sticks in town that they can just heat up for you. And then on the weekends they did it wood fired, so we ate more pizza than we probably like to admit this week. They have like $8 bottles of nice wine. I don't know if they're just trying to get rid of it or if it's just, I don't know, but it was good wine. It was like $8. And there's even like a hot tub down there, which we did not use, but they keep it open. A little store if you need anything. It was just really fun. They did music one night. We worked down there one day. It's just been a really nice day. We're now ready to hit the road and move on to Ontonagon. We're basically closing Michigan down. So we were really fortunate to find a campground way over there by Porcupine Mountains that does have full hookups because our water pump is still broken. Pretty sure it's my fault that I dehydrated it with the bleach, killing the ants. But here we are. So Ontonagon will be our last sort of stay. We're planning to be there for about a week and do all the things like maybe Porcupine Mountain, Lake of the Clouds, go up to Copper Harbor, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's moving day. But first I'm gonna take Debbie on one more little walk by the river. Are you ready to go on our walk before we head out? Let's go see if Jamie needs any more help before we do. How are we doing?
Doing the dirty job.
Oh, that's gonna make you to leave. Just time to hitch up then?
Yep. Just time to hitch up and head to Ontonagon. Trying to find North Country Trail and which direction we go. Okay, so we are out at Porcupine Mountain. It's gonna take a trail here along the river to some waterfalls. It's already amazing. Can't wait to see it.
Be the first one. Makes me want to go tubing.
Tubing?
Yeah, not on this.
Wow, this is really, really cool. Really pretty. So, when we went to Tequamanon Falls, there were a lot of stairs. When we went to Sugarloaf Mountain, there were a lot of stairs. And now we are here at Presque Isle, and there are also a lot of stairs. What do we have here? Wow, so I don't know if you can see the lake here, but this is the exact exit of the river into the lake. So
where the falls send all that water rushing down, it slows down here and peacefully goes into Lake Superior. We're not making it to Lake of the Clouds today. This has been the most surprising, enjoyable little adventure. It was a 1.7 mile loop. And then where we parked adds half a mile there and half a mile back. So it's like 2.7 miles total that this little trail is. And it has been so varied, from just walking along the riverside and hearing like the start of some of the falls to really well built out like scenic walks, like with the staircases that they've built so you can get right up and close to the really like the roughest part of the waterfall and kind of experience what it's like being next to it. And then even going below where it's all kind of rushing through, coming down, like all this powerful water just rushing down toward the lake, and then it hits this still point and all these rocks are carved out from where the water's come through, and the still point kind of like gently pushes the water into Lake Superior. And then if you keep going, you actually are at Lake Superior shoreline, and I don't know how Michigan has managed to keep all of this as just like natural beauty and not, I don't know, sell out. Good for you, Michigan. Super awesome. We didn't have to pay to get over here. We literally just stopped off on the side of the road where the trailhead was and just spent like 3 hours walking around. This is just really stunning the whole way. It's really beautiful. Dublin got his off-leash time and got to swim not only in Lake Michigan but Lake Superior as well. So dog's got the life. And I think given that the sun is setting, we should probably head back to the car and maybe give Lake of the Clouds a try another day.
I conclude that that was a very good hike.
Well, I think these rain boots will do me well for one more hike before we find some good hiking boots.
Yep.
Hopefully.
I think so. We've gone to like 3 stores and haven't been able to find, like, barely anybody's carried boots.
Yeah. I think they're like out of stock. Bye, but you don't need any of this?
No, I don't need that.
Okay. So, this is our last full day in Michigan. We've been here for what, a month?
Just about.
Yeah. So we're going to, top is up. That's how you remember that. So we're going to Lake of the Clouds today. And we're just gonna do like the escarpment trail and not even all of it. We just kind of want to see Lake of the Clouds, so we're not really going for like the hiking experience necessarily. We're kind of cheating. We're gonna park at the overlook, so we're already gonna be able to see it, and then just kind of walk in and out just to enjoy a little bit of a trail walk this afternoon.
Are you ready for a big hike?
Gazing at the blue of the night. Stars are filling up.
We got a long ways to go.
My rain boots are
Take
prepared.
my hand
It sure is a steep 300 feet though.
Yeah,
Like the dunes all over
I
again.
could say
My calves
how
are
much
burning.
you mean to me, but it won't mean a thing. 'Cause words never sound quite.
There are trails all throughout. You could hike for days if you want. There's just so many different ways you could take over here.
So this is just the lake, but then we can take this. Couldn't have asked for a better day, honestly. It was overcast this morning, and again, I feel like this happened multiple times where it's overcast and we decide to go out. We're not sure, and I mean, the clouds went away, the sun came out. It is beautiful.
How is there not news stories of people like falling and busting their brains?
There might be.
I don't love the rain boots for this scenario.
No.
They're just scaling a mountain.
I feel like I should just go down that way.
No,
Rather than up here?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I got the backpack on.
Okay, that was-
Whoa!
Just put the camera.
One hand on the rock. Devan's stressed.
I'm stressed that you're holding your camera when you need both your hands.
Got it.
Yeah?
Sturdy.
Look at this. Isn't that cool?
Look at that finger growing.
Oh heavens. Like this is part of the trail, FYI. This is the trail. Don't stop there, stop there. Hold these. It's about the feet and that you know, fall backwards on your butt.
Hiking shoes.
Yeah, I need to find some. These rubber boots aren't really doing the trick. It's always easier to go up than it is to go down. Oh, that's pretty. Look, I think that's the trail.
Did we miss it?
I think we went off the trail a little bit. That was fun though. Maybe they're just 2 versions.
Yeah, we took
For
the
adventure seekers like us.
more adventurous route.
That was a real backpacker. I bet he did the whole freaking 20-mile loop and he's about to get to the crescendo. He's about to see the view.
He does seem like he's on a mission.
He did.
He's been sleeping out here for the past 5 nights,
I mean,
trying to make it.
and he knows he's this close and he's like, don't talk to me, don't you do it. We were gonna do this outside, but it's incredibly windy and that would probably drive you crazy. That's not a bird. The first time we heard that, it was slowly going up and we actually thought we were like searching in this crevice for like a bird's nest or something. But if you can see, we are one of very few RVs left here on this RV campground. There's one there and one next door to us. And this is actually the only campground in the whole like Upper Peninsula, West Side, Ontonagon, Quinoa Peninsula that is still open right now. And we're actually here on the last day that really any campground that's not all season is open, which is October 31st, which is also Dublin's birthday. So, we closed Michigan down, y'all. There's really nothing left to do. So we have 2 days to get out of Michigan before really kind of the first true freeze comes, with the rain and the below freezing consistently. And it'll take us about 2 days to get out of here. So we're going to hit the road. It's been a blast. It's been 4 weeks here. We've been pleasantly surprised by everything from the sights to the people, to the campgrounds. Like, had a lot of fun at each of the campgrounds we went to, but it's time to head south. Dubby, are you ready to leave Michigan? Are you ready to go? Birthday guy? You ready to go south? All right, let's go.
Gazing at the blue of the night.
Just a couple little things to tidy up, huh? And we're out.
You take my hand and go.
Finally out of Michigan.
Not finally.
Well,
Timely.
I could say
it's
how
good
much
time.
you mean
It's cold.
It's cold.
to me, but it won't mean a thing. 'Cause words never sound quite right. Let's find our own kind of language. We have searched the whole world and all around it. Didn't know what we were looking for till we found it. They could say they've seen the highest mountain, bottom of the deepest sea, but no one's ever seen
What a production. So that was Michigan.
That was Michigan.
We spent 4 weeks in Michigan, and now we're ready to help you plan your trip to Michigan. That's going to come in the form of 5 tips, and then we also have put together a really great resource that we hope you'll find helpful, of just places that you can stay. So it's where we stayed, the campsites that we stayed at, places that we ate around there, experiences that we had, and then like hiking trails and things, and then places that locals maybe told us to go, maybe we didn't make it to, but we wanted to put that together as a little guide so that you could use it as a springboard for planning your trip.
Yep. Cool. Well, let's jump in.
All right, so the first tip is go.
Go.
If you're thinking of going to Michigan and wondering if it's worth the time, or if you have this much time to go on a trip and you've thought about Michigan or maybe, somewhere else, we're telling you, I mean, I guess it's the only trip we've been on so far, but like, go.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
the first
go.
tip. Just do it. The second one is when.
When to go.
Matters a lot. So we underestimated the value of timing with this trip, but we also lucked out a lot. That to say, we went at the very end of when it would make sense to go if you're wanting to do anything besides like snowmobile,
ski, snow sports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it did not snow on us, but it everything closed down on us.
Like, it snowed a couple days after we left.
Yes, it did. So that to say, it depends on what you want to do in Michigan. If you're going and you want to go swim in all of the Great Lakes, take boat tours, and just basically see everything that there is to see and do everything there is to do outside of winter sports, you need to go before October 15th.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything, all things close October 15th, unless they're all season.
Yeah.
We left on September 25th and stayed through October 31st.
Yep.
You can imagine it was not only hard to find places to camp, but a lot of things we wanted to do, like kayaking.
Right. We couldn't get out on the water.
Are closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which is great. I mean, we still did all the things.
Tons of fun. Tons of fun.
Yeah, but timing matters a lot. We did see beautiful fall colors. If you're going for fall colors, we would recommend maybe going like a week or 2 earlier.
Right. And it could like in future years get, the colors could change sooner.
Yeah.
They had an unusually warm period of time when we were there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if you're trying to catch it, I would go like the first week of October at the latest.
Right.
Yeah. So the next thing is how. How do you camp in Michigan? I think it'd be important to note that a lot of campsites in Michigan just offer electric or offer electric and water and not sewage.
Especially the state parks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are definitely RV parks and that sort of thing, but if the goal is to get outside and be
a little more in nature.
Yeah, then realize that you may not have a water hookup. So like, are you prepared for a potable water situation?
Right.
Most all of them have electric. But with our water pump broken, that really limited where we could stay. We definitely made it work. We loved pretty much everywhere that we stayed.
Here's a free tip. Don't break your water pump. That one's free.
Yeah, that one didn't count. The other thing is something that you could try to do if you want to make sure you really get to see everything you want to see and be in those more remote campsites. Why don't you just hop? So one, you might have full hookups, dump everything, and then the next one maybe you can do with less. Maybe just electric, or maybe just electric and water.
Yep.
And there's definitely options for that.
Right.
And then maybe the padded. So like,
yeah. So one thing to consider is do you want a padded site all the time, sometimes, or never, right? There's definitely an upside and a downside to both, right? So if you aren't on a padded site, just be prepared for your rig or your trailer to be dirty. But I wouldn't want to just be on padded sites and not be like, it's okay, but sometimes for us, a good healthy mix is great,
because we want a place to then get just everything sparkling clean again and then go out and get it dirty again. So what to do? I think the number one tip would be talk to locals.
Definitely talk to locals. Everything we did was based off of local recommendations.
Yeah, and what was really interesting too, I don't think it would be an exaggeration, unless you do, to say that 90%, 85% of everyone that we met at a campground was someone who lived in Michigan and was just, what do they call it? Staycationing.
Yeah, they were just a local going to enjoy the weekend or a week or whatever.
Yeah, which should really tell you something about what Michigan has to offer. The people there like to vacation there too. It's just... There's so much to do, and if you don't stop and talk to locals, you're going to miss out on a lot. The internet does not have nearly the wealth of information that people do.
Right. Yep.
Okay. So then with that, be flexible. That's part of what to do, is just be flexible, because you may have planned, have the things in mind that you want to do for sure, but then allow the rest to be flexible, because you may learn of something way cooler than something that you had planned.
Yeah.
So go do that.
Right.
The next thing is clothing.
Being from Texas, we were definitely unprepared. Thankfully, it didn't snow on us, like we already said.
Yeah.
But it got cold, and so we definitely picked up a couple jackets, and some gloves and some wool socks.
Yeah.
Definitely pick up some
and
wool
actually
socks.
hiking boots too. We both found, because we didn't have anything prepared for like weather while being outside. We didn't bring anything like that. So I was hiking mostly in rain boots and tennis shoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just getting prepared to be outside.
That's right.
Maybe is a lesson there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one is kind of similar to the first one, which is go to Michigan. The last one is, if you are thinking of going to the UP, also go.
Yes.
Don't be that close if you have the time and not go experience what the UP has to offer.
Right. Yeah. You've got to make it across the bridge or go around to Wisconsin, whatever, right? But go to the UP. It's completely different, and it is stunning.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It would have been a different trip if we didn't do that.
Yeah.
It would have been great. It would have been wonderful still, but it just wouldn't have been like the like remote experience.
And those colors in the fall, I mean, it was completely different than the lower peninsula.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool. But we, that's not much about like our actual campsites or anything really practical. It's just more of a framework as you're thinking about your trip. So we have linked a helpful Google map, basically, with all the places that we stayed, different places that we ate, things that we did, and places that locals recommended below. So do click on that and use that as a reference, and feel free to ask us questions about any of these things. We're happy to help.
Cool.
We made a video. It's cool. I think
That was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So the other day we got a message on Instagram that someone was driving by and thought that they had recognized Dublin. And we were like, what? No way. So we messaged them and asked if they were staying in the same campground as we are, and they were. Crazy.
So wild. Because, I mean, sincerely, you can check the YouTube channel, like 1,000 people in the whole entire world know that it exists. And one of those families were right here at the same time that we are.
Yeah. So we obviously wanted to try and connect with them, and so we did a couple days later, and so we did. We just got to connect with them, and they are just such an amazing family.
Yep.
Really, really sweet. your kids
are so cool. I want to be like them. So
Channing and Emerson, we definitely want to be like you, and we want our kids to be like you.
yeah,
too.
if our kids turn out like you, we'll be thrilled. So hat tips to you, Tim and Lydia. Great to meet you guys. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello, and hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.